Hello, my lovely Marshall Blanders. How are you? Tell me, how are you doing? Doing? Ooh. Who remembers that? Who remembers that? Oh, I miss Luther Vandross. And a house is not a home. Said you're gonna be, where you gonna be, there you're gonna be, where you gonna be, there you're gonna be, you're gonna still be. I don't remember if that was him, but whatever. I miss you guys. I hope everyone is doing great. And this is not a microphone. This is actually a flat iron. I wanted to talk, well, I'm not just gonna talk about this. We're gonna catch up, we're gonna chit chat, and I'm gonna talk about some of my favorite things. So this flat iron is amazing. I love it. And it's called the Chi Smart Titanium. Chi Smart Titanium. I ordered it from QVC. And this was possibly 8 years ago or more. 8 years ago or more. And can I tell you something? Till this day, it's still good. It's good. Not still good. It's good. It works wonders. It goes up to 410 degrees, which I personally like because then one is not tempted to go up to 450. And so one would think, oh, well, what if you have really, really coily hair? What if your hair is a type 4B? This works well on it. It works good because it's titanium plates. It's not titanium plated. It's titanium plates. And so that's one of my favorite things. Do I love the Babyliss? I love the Babyliss, you know? But this one I love and I will never stop using. I feel that the grip is better than any other flat iron I've ever used. The fact that the digital buttons, it's digital, guys, it's digital, so you can take it up to where you want it to go. But the fact that the buttons are depressed, then that means no matter what I'm doing, I'm not changing. I'm not turning it off. I'm not raising the temperature. I'm not lowering it. So again, this is the Chi Smart Titanium. It goes for about 80 bucks. Sometimes you could find a sale where you'll get the flat iron with a blow dryer, you know? So check it out. That's one of the things. So what have I been up to? Aside from gaining weight, what have I been up to? Well, I am enjoying doing certain side gigs, you know. I've been working on some clients. I haven't really been taking clients, but I've been working on some, and you've seen some. I finally completed cosmetology school, guys. Finally. So how long have I been doing hair? I've been doing hair since I was 12. I'm 42 now, so that's 30 years. What took me so long to go to school was that I really didn't have time. I didn't have time because I'd have to work, and for most of my life I've had 2 jobs. Usually security was my second job. And when I say, I should say it was my first, but essentially security was my second job. And then I'd have a main job. You know, when I was fresh out of high school, my main job was working at a bank. I worked at New York National Bank as a bank researcher. And then once I stopped working at New York National Bank as a bank researcher, I started working for the New York City Department of Education as a paraprofessional, which was a job that I did for about 15 plus years. I loved it. And then from there, I kind of focused on security itself, but I had other jobs, you know, whatever. So that's a little bit about my life as far as work is concerned. Now I wanted to talk about this too. This is the Jane Carter Solution Love Your Hair Natural Twist Out Foam. Can I tell you guys something? For twist outs, this is a really good foam. A really good foam. I'll be specific. I've used it on hair straight out of the wash, and for that I would use the Jane Carter's it's like a curl cream. But this one I like to use it in tandem with a, you know, any kind of a polished serum on stretched out hair. Stretched out as in blown out, you know, and then to do the twist, and it comes out really beautiful. So that's something I've been using for years and I love it. So I had spoken to you guys about this one. This is, it says no name necessary. So it's N3 because no name necessary, 3 N's. And it's the oil control makeup primer. And when the last time I spoke about it, I said, obviously I don't put makeup on myself, but it's like a oil control primer. And so I was like, hey, let me give it a go. I'll check it out. I'll try it. And so I've been trying it. I've been using it for, I guess, over a month. And I like it. I like it a lot. When I use it, I don't have to put a moisturizer. I don't have to, nothing. And but I won't be super oily. Now, I'm talking right now, and I haven't washed my face since about a good maybe 6, 7. No, it's been about 6 hours since the last I washed my face. I wash my face about 3 times a day minimum. And but yeah, so I don't always have to put a serum or a lotion. When I'm lazy, which is in the mornings especially, I just boom, spray my face and call it a day. Now, I just got this one. It's the Design Essentials Natural Coconut and Manoi Coconut Water Curl Refresher. Curl Refresher. So you can use this to refresh your curls. You spray it, it smells good. Smells good. For my mom, it was a little bit too overbearing. She's sensitive to smells. So if you are sensitive to smells, it's not for you. But I liked it. It smells really good. And I wanted one of the OGs, Malibu. Have you ever heard of the Malibu company? So Malibu, they make a lot of good products. They make like products that are chelating shampoos, clarifying shampoos. They make color removers, which are phenomenal. And they also make a treatment for your curl pattern. So this is called Curl Partner. And you wash your hair, you shampoo your hair with your hands wet. You pour this powder into your hand. You will emulsify, and then apply it to your hair. Leave it on. You wash it off, obviously, but it's a really good treatment for the hair. So yeah. So that's what it is. So why did I wait so long to go to cosmetology school? So I was doing all of these jobs. My mother would have certain health issues where I would, when I was younger, have to take care of the house. And then when that situation was done, I focused on myself. I had a lot of spiritual goals. And fortunately, I have to say, I thank God that I was able to fulfill them. The majority of them, I really was able to fulfill them. And that was where I focused. That was where my main focus was. You guys can tell I love hair a lot. So if I would have pursued hair, then I would not have pursued my spiritual goals. And in my heart and in my mind, spiritual goals supersede anything. So I took a pause. I really didn't focus on hair. I focused on other things. I was actually able to go to Virginia, California, Wisconsin. I was actually able to do a lot in my life, and I'm grateful to God for that. So fast forward, my life took a spin. When my mother had her 2 strokes, 2017, I was working as a doorman, doing security and side job. And then I had to stop working to come take care of my mom. And I'm the kind of person that I don't, and I've learned this from my mother, my situation that I'm in does not stunt me. In other words, okay, she got sick, I had to step up, take care of her. That means I had to leave my job because I wasn't going to be able to take care of her and stay at my job. So when I did that, came here and I regrouped. I says, okay, so what's gonna be my next step? My mother's anxiety was so high that I could not leave the house, so I would have to stay with her. But I made a plan. I said, okay, so if that's the case, then I'm gonna start playing with hair again, and being really good at it. And when she gets to the point that she would not be feeling nervous, then I'd be able to just go to school and get my certificate. And of course, you get a certificate first. After you get a certificate, you go and you get the provisional license. The provisional license lasts 6 months, and then if you aren't able to, in my case, because of COVID, take the written and the practical test, then you get an extension. And then once I pass that, then I get my complete license. So what happened then is that I says, guess what? So she started feeling better. I was actually able to do what I had to do, and I did the school thing, and I'm done. This Monday, I only had to do 3 hours and a half, and I completed it. So officially, I did graduate. Officially, I did graduate. My heart was a little sad because my sister Iris, who passed away last year, she, as soon as I was done, first person I wanted to call was her, to tell her, hey, I did it, I'm done, I'm certified, baby, and so I wasn't able to do that. So that kind of didn't allow me to enjoy the moment fully. But don't worry, don't feel bad about me, don't cry for me, don't woo. I'm okay. Because again, it goes back to what's reality. So I am able to enjoy it now, after I had to give myself the time to feel the feelings I was going to be feeling. And but I'm really happy because I know that she would have been very proud of me. She would have been very proud of me. So that was it. So why did I take so long? Life, spiritual goals, and life. And then when life threw me a bunch of interesting citrus, I decided to make a citrus mix, and so that's where we're at. There's a book that I really, really like, and I talk about it all the time. This is called The Keys by DJ Khaled. Let me tell you, this book is an amazing book. And it's one of the books that, since I started reading it, when my life goes through a transition, it's one of the books that I reread. And each time I read it, it's new. It's like new. Now, obviously, the Bible is my main book. It's what I focus on, the book of Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Psalms, Sermon on the Mount, found in the book of Matthew, chapters 5 through 7. Those are things that I also meditate and read regularly. When it comes to secular books, this is one of the books that I read all of the time. And it's actually one of the books I purchase and give away as gifts. The reason for that is because this book essentially is a very encouraging book. It's encouraging, and I always tell people, if you're already a happy person, it helps to enhance your happiness. And if you are not a happy person, then it makes you want to be happy, And so DJ Khaled, he's full of great advices, like, for example, don't play yourself. Now you can just open up. I just opened up to page 54. There's a paragraph. I'll read you an excerpt. I've always been one of those people who look at the positive. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm naive or that I allow people to take advantage of me. It's just that most situations are a matter of perspective. It's why my friends' blessings make me happy, not jealous. Regardless of how I'm doing. And when I'm down, I just think about what I can do to get up. There's no sense in just being depressed about it. Now, mind you, that wasn't an excerpt I had planned. This is how his book is. His book is just like, you can open it to any page, and chances are it'll have a wonderful, wonderful paragraph in there. So if you analyze that one paragraph that we just read, he's like, I've always been one of those people who look at the positive. Somebody was talking about toxic positivity. It's not toxic. In this case, he looks at the positive side of his situation. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm naive or that I allow people to take advantage of me, right? So being positive doesn't mean that you're like, oh, okay, go ahead, take advantage. No, you're realistic. And he says, it's just that most situations are a matter of perspective. What do you guys understand perspective to be? You can write that down. What do you understand perspective to be? For me, perspective is the point of view. And what is the point of view? It's the way that my mind and my heart, because of my experiences and my knowledge and my understanding in life, understand or receive something. That's perspective. So if my mind and my heart and my experiences, the way I've accepted my experiences, has been open and has been in a positive perspective, positive energy, positive way, then chances are I'll be able to have a positive perspective, you know? So, and then that's why this is the line that I like. It's why my friends' blessings makes me happy. There are people who they will see you receive blessings, progressing, having people speak positively of you, you know, praising your talents or your qualities or your energy or your way of being. And when they hear people speaking good about you, when they see that you are doing good, that you are getting something good, they want to critique it. They want to demoralize it. They want to denigrate it. Here he's saying that's not how he is. When his friends are being blessed and getting and progressing, he's happy for them. He's like, that's good. Get it. Do good. Hold it. You know what I mean? And that's really how I am myself. He says, not jealous, regardless of how I'm doing. Some people are in a situation that they think is a negative situation. And so you've heard this saying, misery likes or loves what? Misery likes or loves company. So a person is miserable, so they want you to be miserable. No. So Martial can be in a situation that to somebody else is not a good situation. But guess what? Martial looks for the positive, positive in a situation. So when good is happening to you or you, I'm not like, oh, but woe is me. I'm like, yo, that's what's up. Props. And if I have any way of helping, I'm here to help. Even if it's just me saying you did good, or if it's just me saying a prayer to God to ask that he continue helping you. You know what I mean? So that's why I like that line. If it's why my friends' blessings make me happy, not jealous, regardless of how I am doing. And when I'm down, I just think about what I can do to get up. And that phrase I love, because honestly, have you ever heard of the phrase, self-pity is the worst poison you can serve yourself? Chances are no, because I just made it up. But yeah, guys, self-pity is the worst poison you can serve yourself. Because when you have self-pity, there is no way of bringing yourself up. So self-pity is the worst poison you can serve yourself. No time for self-pity. You know, you're down. If I'm down, I'm trying to figure out how I can get up. And when I was younger, I would figure out who I can ask for help to get up. And guess what? In real life, as adults, yes, that might be the case. But what I learned was that person that I have to ask how to get up are two people: God and myself. God and myself. And so if you're down, that's what you have to do. God and yourself. And if it's necessary to ask someone else, okay, but don't use them and don't abuse them, and you bless them right back. You know? So that was the little chit chat I wanted to have with you guys. It was sporadic. Sporadic. It was all over the place. But I believe you will notice that it was a great chat and a good catch up. So, my lovely Marshall blenders. Hey, Faye, congratulations, 100,000 subscribers. And I am not surprised. And honestly, her name is obviously Miss Faye. I am Faye on I am Miss Faye on Instagram, and Faye in the City and you on YouTube. And she is someone that since I started watching her in her bathroom with her circle shower curtains, giving her tutorials and conversations on the products, I don't know, I immediately took to her and felt like she was family. And that's the energy she presents, you know? And so she's reached 100,000. And can I tell you something? That's not a surprise. I knew it was gonna happen. And in my heart, I feel like she deserves millions of subscribers just because she is so genuine and her information is correct. It's correct. You know, if you know me, you know I'm a scrutinizing person as far as hair care. She is just as scrutinizing, and I can honestly say now more scrutinizing because she's in product development. So she can really tell you about products. So I'm super excited for her. And with that being said, goodbye, my lovely Marshall blenders. I'll see you soon. Oh, you know what that is? I'm gonna show you what that is. Oh, where is it? There you go. Big's sunflower seed. So don't think it was dry ashy lip. It wasn't dry ashy lips. It was Big's sunflower seeds. See you soon.